Blog Talk Radio.
Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. This is the Choppin It Up Show, brought to you by the Marching Podcast and Blog Talk Radio. I'm your official Marching Podcast announcer, David Thompson, and here's your host, the Phantom Podcaster himself, Joe Beard.
All right, good evening and welcome to Choppin It Up. I am your host, Joe Beard, and happy to be of service for you tonight. Today is April 16th, 2013, 5 o'clock on the West Coast, 8 o'clock on the East Coast, and we will be continuing Student Month here in the month of April, featuring current students that march in their band programs. 2 weeks ago, we chopped it up with Priscilla Elliott, representing Bethune-Cookman University, and today we talked to a student at Prarie View A&amp University. At the end of the broadcast, if you decide that you like the show, then we appreciate a donation to the network if you feel so in your heart, of course. Simply go to themarchingpodcast.com and click on the donate button to improve the show and to build our scholarship fund. Tonight, we chop it up with Lewis Suarez. Lewis is a sophomore at Prarie View A&amp University and marches baritone horn. I picked Lewis because he is Latino and he matriculates at a historically black college. This month, we open the new show, Medicina, and I talked about building bridges between the Latino and the black community. So when meeting Lewis, meeting Lewis on Facebook, I met him through this HBCU marching band group. I had to talk with him about his experiences, about being there at Prarie View, and also being involved in the marching band. My wife is Latina, and my children are Latinos. So, it's definitely important for me to build that bridge, like I've said constantly. So this is a podcast and will not take any calls, but you're welcome to contact the show at marchingpodcast@gmail.com, tweet us at marchingpodcast, follow our blog 4.themarchingpodcast.com. And we'll get in contact with anything you need. We'll be talking about sponsorship at the end. So let's take this time to hear from our sponsors now. Tonight's show is brought to you by Liquid Effects Photography, Block Band Music, bandhead.org, Universal Credit Sources, and Big Deal Fundraising. So let's take the time to hear from them now.
What if there was a Facebook for bands? Wait a minute, there is, bandhead.org. Bandhead.org is a social network for HBCU show bands. You can create your own profile and post videos, photos, and comments on bandhead.org. Need somewhere to post events, audition schedules, job postings? Check out bandhead.org. Are you recruiting for talent? Go to bandhead.org. And coming this fall, HBCUbands.com. Write that down, HBCUbands.com. Attention high school directors and alumni. Does your band need to raise money to travel, buy instruments, or uniforms? Are you looking to raise money to help your band? Well, Big Deal Fundraising is rapidly becoming one of the largest distributors of fundraising products in the industry. Big Deal is based in New York City and ships anywhere in the United States, offering quality products, fast delivery, and innovative consultation that will help you meet your fundraising goals. Call today at 855-244-4430 or visit us at BigDealFundraisingUSA.com. Big Deal Fundraising, your fundraising partner for your band or music ensemble. Block Band is a minority-owned music business that you can think of as your assistant band director. We help grow your musicians with a great selection of traditional concert band music. Then we back up their performance with necessities like reeds, oil, drum heads, drumsticks, and mallets. Finally, we outfit your players in auxiliary and shoes, spats, and gloves that match our precise custom drills. Got band? If so, then Block Band's got you. Check blockbandmusic.com or call us at 919-698-2560. That's blockbandmusic.com, 919-698-2560. Are you thinking of tying the knot, having a party, or celebrating that special time in your life? To capture these special moments, call Liquid Effects Photography and take advantage of our 10 years of quality and experience. Liquid Effects Photography covers most of the Midwestern U.S. and will travel even farther on request. Call us at 773-454-5556. That's 773-454-5556. Or check out our website, liquideffects.com. That's LIQUIDEFFEX.com. Come experience the uniqueness of Liquid Effects Photography. Is your credit score keeping you from buying a home, a car, starting a business, or getting a job? Is your score keeping you from living the life you want? Well, look no further than Universal Credit Sources. UCS can help with charge-offs, collections, late payments, bankruptcy, foreclosure, debt settlement, tax liens, and more. Our program is affordable with results in as little as 40 days. Call now for your free 10-minute consultation with Senior Credit Analyst and Loan Officer Angie B. Call her direct line at 469-362-9904. That's 469-362-9904. Or check out the website at universalcreditsources.com. Universal Credit Sources for anything that's hurting your credit score.
Okay, we're back. Shout out to Internet Explorer. We're using that browser tonight. It's been working pretty well for us, trying to test out. You know, the last couple of episodes we've had a couple of audio issues, with playing our commercials for our sponsors. And we were definitely going back and forth between browsers. Internet Explorer looks pretty good, so I just wanted to throw that out there, and it looks like it's running pretty well after all our tests. So we just want to say shout out to Internet Explorer. It's definitely important as we build this network that we are able to play our sponsors or just be able to play all of our audio files for the quality of the show. So thank you for that time, and thank you to Internet Explorer for this working out for us so far. So we'll get back on track here, and we're ready to chop it up now with Lewis Suarez. Like I said, you can contact the show through email or through our blog or through Twitter. If you have any questions or comments for Lewis, through us, we can contact him through the show. So let's go ahead without further ado and chop it up with Lewis Suarez. All right, you are now in the Marching Podcast, and we are now here with Lewis Suarez. What's going on, Lewis?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. I met Lewis on Facebook, actually. He's one of the admins on this band page that I'm on. It's always pretty wild, and always has some funny stuff. And yeah, he's one of the admins, but also Latino. And I really wanted to highlight that here at the Marching Podcast, especially me being from California. We wanted to talk about, the Latino influence there, HBCUs, and then the marching bands as well. So, Lewis, let's get right into it, man. Where are you from?
I'm from Dallas, Texas, and the Oak Cliff area.
Okay, yeah. I actually have two sisters that live in Dallas, and I think one of my sisters live in the Oak Cliff area. Now, are your folks from the Dallas area too?
No, they're from Mexico.
Okay, that's what's up. So, how long? Like, do you know? How long have they been here? Like is your lineage pretty long?
It's probably about a couple of months before I was born.
Wow, that's.
And I'm 19 right now, so it's, yeah.
Almost about 20 years. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, my wife is Mexican as well, and I think her folks had been here for a little while. I'm not sure, but definitely, man, it's definitely it's definitely something to talk about. So where'd you go to high school in Dallas?
I went to Skyline High School, which is also known as the U.S.'s first magnet school. So it's pretty popular, It's probably the most known high school in Dallas.
Okay. Now, did you march in the marching band when you were in high school?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now, what did you play?
Okay, well, it all started because I just wanted to try something, right? So I marched on saxophone before I switched to baritone. So I just saw the saxophone to be a cool looking instrument, so I just gave that a try. So yeah, all through high school, probably at the end of my senior year, is where I switched to baritone.
Wow. Okay. So how was that transition? What was the hardest thing that you had to get used to?
The lip position. I never had to buzz. On saxophone, you have keys. All you have to do is watch your airflow. On baritone, you have to actually move your lips a certain way, have your lips a certain way to get the sound that you want.
Right.
Or you're going to have a raspy sound. You're going to have no sound at all.
Wow, that's something. And would you say, like, playing with a reed, and do you think it was easier than playing, I guess, with the embouchure or whatever?
Well, I played baritone saxophone, and I played tenor saxophone.
Okay.
Baritone was definitely harder because the mouthpiece was huge, but in all honesty, reed is much easier.
Okay. I never knew that. So you played that, and then so what made you switch to baritone?
Oh man, it's the most. Let's see, how can I put this? The most announced instrument in marching band. When you hear a band, you hear baritones. People who have no marching band, experience, they don't know what a baritone is, but I guarantee you that's all they're hearing when they listen to a marching band, but they just don't know it. It's just an instrument, it made me work hard. It made me work my diaphragm and everything, so I can be as loud as possible with still having a clean sound. So it definitely taught me control. But yeah, the reason I switched was because it's just a beast instrument,
Yeah, I mean
everything about it is just great.
Yeah, man, I remember I played trumpet at Jackson State, and I remember, guys. I remember it was two guys in particular, Donovan and Jermaine, I believe. Shouts out to you if y'all are listening out there, but they were coming with it. So, it got to be a point where the trumpets were like, hey, man, we got to have our support, and some of us got to take this up because we getting eaten up by the baritones. You know what I'm saying? Especially like on the second time of Get Ready, it seemed like the baritones would start taking it up to blow us out. So you're right, it is some serious power going along with that. So you're about to graduate high school. Where are you thinking about going to college, and where did you end up selecting going to college?
At first, I had applied to UNT, University of North Texas. Right there is where I was set on going because I work with audio and video. So I was just going to join their program, and by that time I had already had a love for marching band, so I still wanted to continue, and I wanted to find a school that had a show style marching band and it had that type of program. So I had a couple of my friends tell me that Prarie View had it. This is where I've never seen a college band in person. That it was early in my senior year, so I still hadn't seen a college band. So Prarie View actually came to one of our Battle of the Bands that we were hosting, and that was the first time I just witnessed power, because they turned around and played towards us. And when I saw that power and that cleanliness, I was like, you know what, this is where I need to go. So yeah, that day is where it all changed.
So was that your first exposure to the show style marching band?
No, well, it was my first time seeing just a college band, just
that force and power.
I've seen bands before.
Right.
Yeah. I've seen it before. I've seen bands before, but they never just blew. And that was my first, like, exposure to it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely, man. The SWAC, you know, it's known for that power. You know, we talked about that this year and, like, our analysis between, like, the SWAC and the MEAC, where, you know, a lot of MEAC bands, they just don't have that power, you know what I mean? But, you know, they have the differences and dynamics and whatnot. But so many SWAC schools, they will just blow you out. You know what I mean? It get louder and louder, you know?
Mm-hmm. Like, when my first game with Prarie View, we were facing Bethune-Cookman. So that was my first time just listening to, like, I'm not going to lie, they sounded full. Like, it sounded really, really full. Like, it surprised me because I just never heard that from, you know, another band. So, yeah, MEAX definitely has some ring to it. You know, I'll say that. They're full.
Yeah, man. Well, that's what's up. So you decided to go to Prarie View, and you went ahead and marched in the band at Prarie View as well?
Yes.
Okay. And what was your crab year?
2011.
Okay, 2011. That was cool. That's cool, man. What would you say was your most memorable experience from your crab year? And I mean, I know everybody's got more than one, you know.
Man, you know, since I didn't, you know, just see a lot of marching bands, for the first time in like 25 years, I think we saw Jackson State. So that was just my first time listening to that type of band. You know, the way their arrangements are and stuff, you know, they're meant to blow. And the schools, like, we faced Grambling and TSU before, you know, they don't blow anything. They suck. You know, I don't really pay attention to them. Yeah, Texas Southern Grambling, you know, that's nothing. When we heard Jackson State, that's when, you know, I was like, you know, this is real. You know, the competition was definitely there, and that's when I actually blew my hardest, and, you know, just put the power, you know, put power behind that horn and showed up.
Yeah, man, that's a really good point. We never went my 4 years. I was there 97 to 2001. We never went to Prarie View either. I know we wanted to, you know, it was another ride to Texas, you know, because we had a good time just going to Houston. You know what I mean? Just going to see Texas Southern. We just had a good time on trips. And you know how it is, you know, you go on trips, everybody's trying to kick it and whatnot. But I wanted to go back. You said that you were into like the audio video. What's your major there at Prarie View?
Mass communication.
Okay. So do you have any dreams or aspirations in working in that field?
Yeah, of course. I've been working with video since I was like 9 or 10, and I started working with audio when I was in 2008 or 7, I believe. It's just something that I like, you know, it gets, you know, everybody pretty much does it nowadays, and, you know, that's my motivation to do something different. I just like putting new stuff out there. So, I just really enjoy the entertainment business. I like entertaining people.
Okay, that's cool.
Give them the quality that they want to hear. You know, that's what I do.
Well, that's what's up, man. So, since you still are in school, and definitely, you know, I wanted to highlight that a little bit. And you said that you're a major. What would you say right now, like, since you're a current student and you're in the band, what's the most difficult challenge you have of being in the band and going to school?
Time management. That's basically it. So you don't, you're not as social as you want to be your first semester because you're always busy. Band is basically your life. Well, yeah, my career, that's all we did with band, so I didn't really get to balance, you know, everything out. So some of the stuff suffered. I didn't do everything that I wanted to do with my major. So now, you know, that I'm definitely older, I have learned to manage everything. So this coming season, when I'm marching in, it's gonna be a different experience. It should be a different experience for me now that I know what to expect, because my career year, I didn't, you know, I was a freshman, so I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't used to the freedom, but you know, I'm definitely wiser now. So I think I would say time management was the biggest problem.
Yeah, man, that's a great answer. I mean, that affects us all. I mean, my freshman year, it was, wow. I mean, I don't really remember too much, but I don't remember too much reading. You know what I'm saying? And it was all the excitement of being in the band. And then that second semester, it was the excitement of not being in the band. I mean, I'm sure you could, like that spring semester, you're like, man, I got some time where I can actually go around and chill, and you know, yeah. I mean, it was the two of contrast for me. But definitely, like you say, you get more mature, and that's part of, you know, being away in college and learning. You get more mature, and you figure things out, and you know, you graduate in the end. So you know, props to you, man, for that. So I want to also get in talking to, you know, since, you know, you're Latino, and what was the influence? Like, you saw the marching band, it was that influence. What would you say is the difference being just Latino and just pretty much a historically black college band?
Man, you stand out. There was a lot of people that came up to me knowing that I was in the band. Keep in mind, I've never seen these people in my life. They come up to me and like, hey, you know, I saw you're in the band. And I was like, yeah, like, how do you know? I was like, well, I mean, you stand out. You know? You're the only, like, Hispanic baritone player, so, like, we're going to see you. Like, yeah, it's, and being in the band, it's also, they like to crack jokes, you know. I don't, like, it's funny. It's fun. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's fun as hell being a Latino in a historically, you know, black college band, because, you know, you stand out and they accept you. I didn't feel like, I know I stand out, but I didn't feel like I stood out, because everybody just welcomed me with open arms, and I was treated normally. Nothing was different because of my skin color. Yep. Everything went smoothly, and that's why I'm still here. You know, I love it.
That's what's up, man. Would you like to see more Latinos at historically black colleges in general?
I mean, yeah, it's cool. I definitely say it's something to experience, because, you know, not a lot of people are going to experience it, because we're in the South. We're like, I mean, we have a lot of Hispanics, but they don't pay attention to it. They're focused on other things. They don't see that there's more to being, you know, young. You know, I don't think a lot of them are as open as you know, other people. But yeah, I would definitely love to see more Hispanics, you know, join, you know, to spread the diversity between bands, so they can get to experience, you know, what I'm experiencing right now, because it's a good feeling.
Yeah, I definitely, you know, I agree with you. You know, my wife's Mexican, so, you know, my kids are Mexican as well, and my son, he's darker than my daughter is, but my daughter's light, you know, so, you know, she, you know, I want her to have that same feeling, you know, of at homeness, of, well, you know, I personally would like to see more, you know, Latinos at black schools to build those bonds, and to, you know, capitalize on the things that we do differently and the things that, you know, we do well. I definitely think that, you know, there's positives, and there's definitely some power to be made by combining with Latinos and black folks as well. Like you said, like when you came into the band and they welcome you with open arms, hopefully, you know, the student body could start reflecting some of that, because I think that it would make the school better, and it would make Latinos more established and more empowered. You know what I mean? You know, with more of an educational sense. I don't really see, like, in general, anybody trying to really go to college in California. You know, it's different out here than it is in the South. You know, but definitely if we build that exposure and that excitement, I think it can make a difference somewhere. You know.
Right.
That's what's up, man. So we're getting towards the end of the interview, and you said that you have some audio-visual things that you do. Do you have, like, a website, or do you have something that we could check you out or support you, or anything that you have working on coming up in the future?
Yeah, you know, keep an eye on my Facebook. That's basic, and Twitter. You know, that's basically where I'm going to be posting my stuff right now. I just got some new equipment, so I kind of started over, but not really, because with all this new equipment, you know, I'm definitely going to be putting out way better quality stuff. So just keep an eye on my Facebook and Twitter, and you'll be able to see what quality I produce.
So you what is your Twitter? Are you just Lewis Suarez on Twitter and Lewis Suarez on Facebook?
Nah. My Twitter is it's Phenomenal Lewis, but I spelled phenomenal differently because it fit better with my name, because my name had an I in it. So I took out the second E and put an I in there. So it's at Phenomenal Lewis, but take out the second E and replace it with I.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bet. And right quick, man, I gotta know, how did you get to be an admin on that page, man? Do you even know who started that page?
Yeah, Kevin. I can't even pronounce his
last
name.
Out in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin out there, man.
I became admin because I talk a lot of trash to people, and I don't stop. That's basically what happened. And a lot of the pictures you see on there, I supply it. Like, we have a little private chat, you know, where no one can see anything. And a lot of the pictures that are posted, I provide. I make them myself. You know, I use Photoshop. I make everything I make is original. You know, it's some is original, some is, you know, I bought some stuff. But yeah, basically just knowing how to manipulate pictures and talking a lot of trash is what made me admit. But recently, I was asked to, like, I asked them to step down, to let me step down, because I want to focus more on school right now. But they said I can come at me whenever I want. But right now, my main focus is school. But you know, you'll still see me on that page talking a lot of trash and using.
Yeah, man, that's really cool, because you know, Gerald Howard, he was on the show. You know, him and I were on there, and we didn't have these platforms to talk trash to people. Basically, you know, you talk noise with, you know, in the 90s and 80s and whatnot, you talk trash with pretty much the people in your band, and then if you went home and you saw someone from other bands, you know, you would, but nothing across, like, you know, over the internet where people would just, like, and it's funny, man, and it's funny that you say that about some of the pictures, because, you know, some of your work is really, really good. Some of those pictures are hilarious, man. But they're creative too. You know, checking out the page, you know, and it's like, you know, the Southern Heritage Classic, and they had, you know, all the JSU versus Tennessee State stuff. I mean, that's cool stuff, man. I mean, it's really cool. If I don't know, it's on Facebook. I think it's like Band Uncut or something like that. I know it's a closed group.
Yeah, if you can, I'll post the link on my Facebook and Twitter. So if y'all want to check that out. If they want to check that out, you know, I'll post it in a bit.
Okay, yeah, 'cause it's hilarious, man. I mean, I definitely get a good laugh with just going on there reading some of the stuff and even checking out the pictures. So man,
I'm glad you enjoy it. We do that for the entertainment value. Nothing on that page is taken seriously. I mean, I hope not. Everything is all fun and jokes. We like to have fun. We like to score. We like to talk about each other's band, but it's all love. None of it is meant to be taken seriously at all. We marched. We've been through all that. All that. So it's just for fun. Nothing on that page is meant to be taken seriously.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, man. But I appreciate your time, man. Good luck with school and hang in there. And we'll appreciate you, and we'll definitely support you guys. Go check out the Facebook page if possible, and go support Lewis on Facebook and Twitter. So I appreciate it, man.
All right, appreciate you too.
All right, we're back live, and we thanks to Lewis for his time for the interview. We want to help Lewis and other current students that are in college, just like Lewis and Priscilla Elliott, also Carrie and Cox, our percussion expert, and Garrett Ederson. We're trying to reach out so that we support you guys so that you can take over, and when you are in the workforce, you then were able to reach out and help someone else currently in college. Everyone there knows how it is. You're broke and you're hungry all the time. But if you hold out there, you definitely have a good support system. You can make it, and definitely you enjoy the fruits of your labor in your careers. So we definitely want to reach out to any of those kids. Like we said, we're working on putting the scholarships together. But just for if any of you current college students are listening now, just contact the show for any type of internship opportunities. We're trying to post as many jobs to get the network going and as many avenues as possible. So go ahead and contact us with any type of internship. I know we're looking for someone to run our apparel store. I'm sure that we can find something for you to do, and we will definitely be getting in contact with the schools so that it's listed in the curriculum, or, we're able to give some type of paperwork with stationery, what have you, so that you can get credit. So we're trying to do anything we can to help you current students out, and also to you high school and junior high students. We'll be finding out opportunities for everybody as well. So we appreciate the time to Lewis and all the current college students that we're supporting now. We know that they're going to be great, productive citizens. So it's good to invest in their future. So let's go ahead and before we wrap up the show, as always, we want to hear from our sponsors one last time. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor to our show, just contact the show through our email, marchingpodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet us at marchingpodcast, or send us a message in our blog the number 4.themarchingpodcast.com, and we'll give you these sponsorship criteria, and then we will play your commercial on the air live like you've listened tonight, and we'll also post your information on our blog and any other information to help you guys promote your business. We're also doing the cross-platform, but the cross-sponsorship, where if people are not interested in paying right now or do not have the means of paying right now, we will do what we can to support you, along with supporting the Marching Podcast as well. So just any opportunity to help, that's what we're doing here. That's what the basis to build the community. That's what we're doing here. So anything we can do to help. So contact the show if you even have any ideas for expanding or anything that you may have about for the network. Just contact the show. I'm open and definitely interested in growing this thing so we can make the world a better place. And especially after what happened on the East Coast, thoughts and prayers to what happened over there. And we definitely want to implement as much good and as much love as possible, because love is medicine. of course, and we'll be hearing about that next month here on the Marching Podcast Network. So let's take a time now to hear from our sponsors before we sign off.
Is your credit score keeping you from buying a home, a car, starting a business, or getting a job? Is your score keeping you from living the life you want? Well, look no further than Universal Credit Sources. UCS can help with charge-offs, collections, late payments, bankruptcy, foreclosure, debt settlement, tax liens, and more. Our program is affordable with results in as little as 40 days. Call now for your free 10-minute consultation with Senior Credit Analyst and Loan Officer Angie B. Call her direct line at 469-362-9904. That's 469-362-9904. Or check out the website at universalcreditsources.com. Universal Credit Sources for anything that's hurting your credit score. Are you thinking of tying the knot, having a party, or celebrating that special time in your life? To capture these special moments, call Liquid Effects Photography and take advantage of our 10 years of quality and experience. Liquid Effects Photography covers most of the Midwestern U.S. and will travel even farther on request. Call us at 773-454-5556. That's 773-454-5556. Or check out our website, liquideffects.com. That's LIQUIDEFFEX.com. Come experience the uniqueness of Liquid Effects Photography. Block Band is a minority-owned music business that you can think of as your assistant band director. We help grow your musicians with a great selection of traditional concert band music. Then we back up their performance with necessities like reeds, oil, drum heads, drumsticks, and mallets. Finally, we outfit your players and auxiliary in shoes, spats, and gloves that match our precise custom drills. Got band? If so, then Block Band's got you. Check blockbandmusic.com or call us at 919-698-2560. That's blockbandmusic.com, 919-698-2560. Attention high school directors and alumni. Does your band need to raise money to travel, buy instruments, or uniforms? Are you looking to raise money to help your band? Well, Big Deal Fundraising is rapidly becoming one of the largest distributors of fundraising products in the industry. Big Deal is based in New York City and ships anywhere in the United States, offering quality products, fast delivery, and innovative consultation that will help you meet your fundraising goals. Call today at 855-244-4430 or visit us at BigDealFundraisingUSA.com. Big Deal Fundraising, your fundraising partner for your band or music ensemble. What if there was a Facebook for bands? Wait a minute, there is. Bandhead.org. Bandhead.org is a social network for HBCU show bands. You can create your own profile and post videos, photos, and comments on Bandhead.org. Need somewhere to post events, audition schedules, job postings? Check out bandhead.org. Are you recruiting for talent? Go to bandhead.org. And coming this fall, HBCUbands.com. Write that down, HBCUbands.com.
All right, we're great, and we're happy to hear all our audio files going through successfully. That's all the time we have for the show, so we appreciate you listening tonight. Again, if you want to contact us about sponsorship, internships, scholarships, building the business, anything that you want as far as what we could do here at the Marching Podcast, definitely we're open, and we're at a point now where we feel pretty good about where we are, and we're growing, and we definitely want to reach out, I guess, to as many people as possible while we're still on the ground floor, and hopefully, will blessings be, we'll blow up enough, and definitely be providing another avenue to support our schools, to support show-style marching and other marching styles as well, and definitely keeping some of these music programs open at some of these schools. So that's all the time we have for tonight. Again, we want to thank Lewis Suarez for his time. Check out the website and donate what's in your heart to themarchingpodcast.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Thanks to you for listening. And remember, the eye is a better pupil and more willing than the ear. Advice may be misleading, but examples are always clear. See you next time.